Hey guys, what's going on? Okay. Alright, just waiting for some updates from Call of Duty. See how far we can get. Play a couple multiplayer matches. Let's see. Okay, that's good. While we're waiting, we'll knock this out. Okay, we are with the tier list and rating my favorites and the worst. Of course, this is the correct opinion. No one else's is valid. But we'll see. What I can think, I'm gonna have a lot of opinions on these, so strap yourself in because it can get, kind of debatable, and there's gonna be a lot of arguing in chat for sure. Let's take a look. Let's see. Oh, 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 oh. Where? It's not working. Why is it not working? There we go. Alright, where are we going to start? I'm going to have some controversial ones for sure. There's going to be several on here that I haven't really been to, so I'll just, I guess, create another category. Not eaten. Ha. And add below. Save. Okay, so how this works, if no one's ever done it, this is a tier list. S is phenomenal. There's not really a single thing wrong with it. A is great, fantastic. There are a few flaws, but it's really enjoyable. You really like it. B is you're getting into the category of a little bit more neutral. It's still pretty good, but you might choose something else. C is middling. You don't really think about it as a restaurant. You kind of go there or not. If you go there, they might give you something worth of substance. But the D is when it starts getting really bad. There might be one or two things on the menu that are passable that you might eat, but you get a little sad visiting the restaurant. But I'm going to remove E because that's useless. Why would that be there? Why is not eaten there twice? You only not eat once. Delete row. All right, and we are golden there. Let's see. We're still waiting for COD to download, so we're just going to go ahead and knock this out. Let's take a look at where we're going to start. Arby's, the most contentious one on here, and I'm probably going to be throwing you guys through a couple of loops with Arby's. Everyone hates Arby's, knocks on Arby's. Well deserved, in my opinion. I think my wife can take this or leave this. But Arby's is interesting because I don't think it's D tier. And while I'm looking at D tier, there needs to be, for sure, add a row below it that is F. No, D, F. There we go. Okay, and F, of course, is awful, and nobody likes it, and it's sad and pressing, and please don't eat there, and it's awful. So Arby's. Okay, so Arby's, I understand why people put it in D tier. or F tier, to be honest, and it has gotten only worse throughout the years. But I have found Arby's. This is probably going to be true of any restaurant, but if you fix their menu at the register or the drive-through, I believe it bumps it up a couple of notches. And let me make my case here. Where they have the brisket sandwich, which I think is pretty slapping. Their fries, I actually got kind of sick of their fries, and so what I do is substitute a jalapeno bite, which slaps pretty hard. Their mozzarella sticks are awesome. I don't have a single problem with them with the marinara sauce that it comes with. Um, Also, again, with the jalapeno bites, it comes with Bronco berry sauce, which is a revelation to me. But I think that I can give you a couple of examples. So, for instance, all their sandwiches are basically garbage. Like their cheddar, whatever meat they call it, it's not meat, but whatever they try to call it, and it doesn't work, and it's not good. But there are some like regular like deli sandwiches that are pretty decent, but you have to fix them whenever you order them. For instance, there's like a ranch and bacon that is disgusting and bad and F tier. But if you take the ranch off and substitute spicy brown mustard, it's incredible. The same for another sandwich there that has mayonnaise on it. You remove that, spicy brown or regular mustard, if you like those two things. If not, they might have another type of dressing, like Thousand Island, that might taste good. No, actually, I'll take that back. Their Thousand Island is gross. I know that from their Reuben, but with their Reuben, again, I really like spicy brown mustard. If you add that to their Reuben, B tier, A tier sandwich. It's incredible, actually. So no, I think that because I have learned to, I actually had a friend whose mom worked at Arby's for a long time, so we ate there constantly. So I learned to change their menu so it didn't taste like so much but awful, disgusting food. I'm actually going to bump this. I can give it C tier at minimum. When it's a good day and it's the best I've ever had, it might get into the B tier if you fix the menu at checkout, but that's just my case for it. Anime pretzel is forgettable. I mean, they're good. I mean, if you're in the mood for a pretzel, I can't even eat half of it anymore, and it feels like it's kind of expensive. I'm gonna, I guess, put it in C as well. I don't really think about it that often, and I can't even remember the last time I went there and had one. But let's see. Where is... just a little bit. All right. A little bit of music in the background. All right, Buffalo Wild Wings getting into the category of not necessarily fast food, but this one is kind of a toss. We have been here a couple of times where it's been an incredible experience and then also one where it's been mediocre. The last couple of times it's been pretty good. I'm gonna give it a B. I wish there was kind of a B- category. But their wings are awesome. I forget, we had an appetizer there that was not good. But yeah, I guess I'll just leave that there. I could spend a couple of minutes talking about it, but yeah. Baja Fresh, never visited. Baskin Robbins, I mean, if you're in the mood for ice cream, I mean, I guess it's pretty decent. They have 31 flavors. They should have more since it's been around for 40 years, but they have 31. Let's take a look. Bojangles. Where am I going to settle on Bojangles? If you had asked me this 5 years ago, I'm putting it near B or A tier. But lately, I have felt like their quality has been dropping a little bit. Their bow rounds in the morning, their hash browns, are a miracle, and they're awesome. Their biscuits are pretty great. I just haven't been enjoying it, and I know my wife can't stand this place either, no matter what they serve. It's sad because I don't want to put it in C tier, but it feels like it belongs here almost. Yeah. Boston Market, never been. Burger King. All right, we're getting to the real evil here. Let's see. I don't want to spend too much time on how disgusting this restaurant is, but I will talk about how, and there are several restaurants here, about how this restaurant used to taste better in the 90s. Now I know, boomer mode. I am an old man, I'm 32, but Burger King used to slap back in the day. I used to visit it in the morning for their breakfast. They had the French toast sticks, they had their croissants, their hash browns were awesome, came with a little carton of orange juice like you get at your cafeteria for public school. But there's nothing redeemable about this restaurant anymore. Their Whoppers are horrid. Everything on their menu is just gross to me now. And it makes me sad because they have a lot of potential. And I'm going to blow your mind here in a little bit with one that's coming up. But Burger King is F tier, and there's not a redeemable thing. I tried it about 2 years ago just to make sure it deserved it, and it did. It disappointed like I knew it would, but I wanted to give it another shot. California Pizza Kitchen, not eaten before. Carl's Jr. is a Hardee's, and Hardee's and Carl's Jr., again, back in the day, it slapped. They have one redeemable item. I'm gonna put Hardee's and Carl's Jr. since they're both the same company in the same section. It is, because they have one redeemable thing, to me, I'm gonna put it in D tier, D minus tier. But their chicken fingers are actually some of the best in the game. They're hand breaded. They were actually pretty great. But I will say, I got one of their burgers like a year ago, DoorDash to my house, and it felt like I was eating a corpse. It tasted rotten, like rotten meat I was served, and it was just gross. So, yeah. Ugh. It's so I'll tell you a funny story. We were heading to Florida, my wife and one of her best friends, and I was getting hungry, and there was nowhere to stop besides one off-ramp exit, and the only restaurant off the exit was Hardee's. And I didn't want to eat there, but I was starving. I was so hungry. But we pulled up. I rolled down the window. Again, I didn't want to eat there. I really didn't. And I couldn't help myself. I rolled down the window. They said, "How can I help you?" And I just went, ugh. And my wife and her best friend just started cracking up. But no, it's not good anymore. I wish it was. I don't see how they can fix themselves. But we will move on to Checkers. Okay, Checkers is interesting. Checkers has the best fries in the game. They're incredible. They're popping. Please go get some Checkers fries. Checkers fries. You might even meet your soulmate while you are there. It's incredible fries. Their wings are fantastic. Their burgers, I think, are B tier. Around the same, I think, level as, I guess, Wendy's. But it's a great flavor and taste. I love their barbecue ones. I'm gonna put this in B tier. I mean, I haven't had it in a while, but I really like their wings. Their fries are okay. But kind of a take it or leave it kind of thing. I don't know, maybe even A tier. Their fries. Their fries really do bump it to A tier for me. Chick-fil-A is next. Chick-fil-A, it's consistent. Solid chicken. Their spicy chicken sandwich is great. Now that I'm in my 30s, though, I found that I think there are better chicken options than Chick-fil-A. Though I eat there quite often, this is definitely staying in A tier. It never deserves to go to B tier. Anyway, I mean, it's just really consistent food. And some people don't like lines. Like, it doesn't have a long line anymore. Yes, the line is long, but they have actually figured out a way to make that long line. I timed it once. It was wrapped around the building almost out to the light. And from that point, it took me 14 minutes just to get my food. Again, wrapped around to the outside of the restaurant. And 14 minutes from that point to leave with my food. It's not that long to me. It might not even, I think that was 14 minutes. Something like that, which I thought was very reasonable. So it's staying in A tier. I love their biscuits. Their hash browns are great. Their spicy chicken sandwich is fantastic. They have great wraps and salads. But yeah, Chipotle. Oh, Chipotle. Well, where we used to live didn't have Chipotle. So whenever we went to one where we were driving somewhere and there happened to be one, because there's just not one where we used to live. And whenever we visited one, we thought they were fantastic. Like I went to one in Knoxville, Tennessee once, and it was great. When they built one in kind of our hometown, I didn't know if it was just that one, but it was kind of garbage actually. It was the burritos weren't that great. The chips were very paper thin. They just break off in the queso. What else? There was just nothing great about it, and that experience just left a bad taste in my mouth. However, a week or two ago, they built one where we live now, and I had one of their quesadillas for the first time, and it was pretty great. So I'm going to give this a B tier, kind of settling. It would have been C or D if I wouldn't have had that quesadilla. But next, Chuck E. Cheese. Haven't been there in 20 years. I have a kid, so I guess that will change soon. I think their pizza kind of holds up still, but I am going to go ahead and place that as not eaten here because I just forgot. I don't know. Church's Chicken, have not eaten there. Cinnabon. Have I been there? It's been years. I might as well not. It wasn't memorable. So, Cold Stone Creamery. I'm switching that up. I'm sorry. Sorry, Baskin Robbins. You're going to B tier because I forgot about Cold Stone. Cold Stone is it holds the throne for ice cream. It's fantastic. Just great options. It's a little bit more expensive as far as I know. Cookout is, I haven't had it in a long time, but I've eaten there, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. Not so great. I think that you get what you pay for, and it's cheap for a reason. And I just I wasn't a big fan of it. I'm going to put it in D tier. There wasn't really anything I enjoyed there. Dairy Queen. Okay, Dairy Queen. Let's see. No. Dairy Queen's blizzards are off the chain. Great. I can't stand their food. It tastes like baseball park food. I really can't. And I have to judge this on the whole restaurant, and I'm sorry, the blizzard just doesn't carry it that far. So I'll just put it in D tier because I'd just rather go to other places. Del Taco. It is great. Their quesadillas are awesome. Their burritos are hit or miss, I found though. It just depends on what you order. I don't know. Their fries are pretty great. But their quesadilla is fantastic. I highly recommend it. I got the steak one. And their hot sauces and stuff that they give are pretty great. I'm gonna put this in, I don't know, that food option was great. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I really did enjoy it. Domino's was my favorite pizza place as a kid. They always delivered great pizza. I think their pizza is still fantastic. Though I will say their wings, I'm a big wing aficionado. But their wings are just not good. No, I don't care if you get buffalo or anything with it. Or barbecue. It's just not that great. I'm gonna give it B tier for that. Again, feel like everything was better in the 90s. It's just maybe rose tinted glasses, but nah, it was not great. Let's see. Dunkin' Donuts. Their croissants are decent. Their hash browns are pretty. No, they're not good. They're okay in a pinch, I guess. Their iced coffees, I drank them for 4 years, but then I kind of moved to Starbucks. Actually, around the time I met my wife, because she opened my world to iced white chocolate mochas, and I was not ready for it. And it's actually been it's called financial ruin. I have spent so much money at Starbucks because of that. But Dunkin' it's okay now. I mean, their iced coffees kind of hold up compared to like mom and pop coffee shops and stuff. Though I would choose those over Dunkin' still. I am gonna the best iced coffee I've ever had there and the best food I've ever had there. I guess I'll put it in B, especially if I need a coffee and there's nothing nearby or something. But anyway, Elevation Burger, never had that. Five Guys. Let me see if I'm going to exaggerate this. No, I don't want to say it. I was going to say it's one of my favorite restaurants on here. It might be. There's one more on here that would probably take that spot. Five Guys. Burgers are incredible. Their fries are awesome. Their milkshakes, I actually never had one of them, but my wife says they're great. I believe they're S tier. I think I would like to make it, I'm probably going to put it at the beginning of A. S, it's missing S only because of the price. It is ridiculous. You have to refinance your car to buy a meal here, and it's ridiculous. I mean, just for my wife and I to eat there, it's like $40. I mean, we could eat a small meal at like Longhorn or Outback for that price. Well, here's what it is. But it's great. In-N-Out, I have never had the privilege of going to In-N-Out. I believe Nashville is about to get a headquarters for In-N-Out, and that will cause us to drive to Nashville whenever it opens. I think it's like 2025 or 2026, and I think they're going to start building a couple of chains from that headquarters around Tennessee, Kentucky, North and South Carolina, and Georgia, maybe. But I have never eaten here, and I really want to. Jack's. Wait, is that Jack's or Jack in the Box? Jack in the Box, I haven't eaten at since I was, which is different. There's a restaurant called Jack's that's fast food, and then there's Jack in the Box. I haven't been to Jack in the Box since I was 10 or 11. I'm just go with it. I just forgot it. Now, I think if I do remember it right, their breakfast is pretty awesome. But yeah, it's not right. But it's just been so long. Jimmy John's, I've heard some bad things. I have not suffered through one of their sandwiches yet, but I've heard it's not so great. So I have to put that here, but I need to try it so that I know. But I have eaten at the next one, and this one is up there with Burger King. I can't stand KFC. No one in my family can eat either, really. The Colonel needs to just put in a few more hours getting back to that original recipe. Again, this tasted better to my family, who were adults at the time, and me as a kid in the 90s. This food tasted better. I mean, it came with great mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese, but this is now, to me, an F tier. My wife and I ordered this a year and a half ago just to make sure that it's still bad, and it's still bad. So there's nothing redeemable about either one of these two restaurants anymore. Krispy Kreme, their donuts are great. I haven't tried their iced coffees, but I'm going to just say it's been a while since I've been here. I mean, it's a donut place, so I mean it's A tier, but I'm not the biggest fan of donuts. But Little Caesars is Little Caesars. Their thin crust is pretty great. So you can get a pizza for a cheap price. I feel horrid after I eat it though, and that's not the case with every single pizza place. What? I give this. I'm gonna give it a D tier. I haven't eaten this in years, and I guess there's a reason why, because I'd rather just order other pizza places, but I'm just not a Little Caesars fan. Now we're here to the dreaded Long John Silver's. Is there anyone that's left that's still a fan of Long John Silver's? And it's not here, rightfully so, because it's so bad. What is it? Its counterpart, which is equally horrible. Captain D's. Both of them F tier. There's nothing redeemable about it. I will say, again, this tasted better with finger quotes in the 90s, but it didn't. That was just me being a 9-year-old. I can take accountability for that one. It was not good food. But no, it's awful. And I never want to even step foot on there. This one might be worse than these two if you can rate them in order a little bit. I mean, these are still garbage and I'll never eat there, but Long John's is just, ugh. Okay, and now we're here probably to the most contested one is McDonald's. Um, so used to eat there quite often. Last 10 years, almost all of my 20s actually, I haven't. I just there there's nothing there that's enjoyable to me as food, as substance. I would again just rather go to other places. I don't put this in complete F. I might as well because I haven't set foot in one in probably 4 years, 3 years. Also, if you haven't watched the movie The Founder with Kevin Costner, it makes you hate the restaurant even more. But no, I'm just not a fan anymore. D tier, sometimes you can go there, maybe get a McFlurry when their ice cream machine is working. Um, but, and that's okay. Again, you should go to Dairy Queen. I'll put that higher. I don't like that their blizzards are in D tier. I have to put it in C tier for their blizzards alone. What else? What else? What else? What else? I don't know what that is. I don't think I've been there before. I don't know what that is. Panda. Panda, panda, panda. Not in Atlanta. Panda, panda. How do I feel? I guess... Okay. I worked retail a lot, and right next door there was a Panda, so I ate there quite often. And I don't know if I ever got to the point where I was sick of it. I believe their orange chicken still holds up. I really like their Beijing beef chicken, which has a little bit of spice. Their the cashew chicken is pretty great. I love my wife a lot, and she, over the last couple of years, has not been able to really state her opinion on Panda, and it's kind of bothered me. I think I'm kind of understanding why now after eating there. I think I ate there about a month ago when I just got some food for lunch, and there's something wrong with it that's kind of almost unspeakable, and you don't know what it is. And I don't know if it's not bland because there's flavor. I don't know if it's the way you feel after it because of all the carbs. Usually, sometimes I get their steamed veggies, but even after that, there's I don't know. Mom and pop shop Chinese places would be better. And how much MSG sugar there is in this food, that has to be it. I mean, that's 90% of this list. But no, Panda, I'm gonna give it a C. It's not D. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a C. I mean, I'll go by there every now and then now, but it's lost a lot of love from me, unfortunately. But I don't know. It still has great food. The food tastes amazing. I just don't feel so hot after I'm done eating it. Panera bread. Again, I got there for a year ago, and it was horrible. It was so bad. Oh, and this Panera bread. Oh my gosh. Now, everyone goes there for coffee. It's incredible to me. Their iced coffees, I spit them out. Like, I couldn't even drink it. It was so bad. I don't know if that, maybe that's just not their specialty. I remember getting iced chocolates. Sorry, hot cocos, hot chocolates when I was a kid there. And I got their muffins and their bagels, which are great with cream cheese. But their salads and everything like that, and I mean, they have a pretty awesome Caesar salad, which is great. But again, I don't know. It's not the same to me anymore. And my wife loves this restaurant. And when we visited, every single time we've gone, it did not taste good. And we've only gone twice since we've known each other. So, she's gone several times. I think she just went here the other day and said she really liked it. She liked her food. So, but every single time I've gone in the last couple of years, I have it. I'm gonna give it C tier. I'll try it again at some point, maybe order something else. But we're gonna get back to it with Papa John's. Papa John's. Let's see. Papa John's, it's our go-to for balance because it's not as expensive as Domino's. I think they have incredible pizza. Their stuffed crust is great. I mean, it's just solid pizza. I will say this: I went to a Christian school when I was a kid, and Wednesdays they don't like using the kitchen because they use that for church night, and that means that we got Papa John's every single Wednesday for fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. So I hated Papa John's for the longest time because they ordered the same fluffing two pizzas every single time. Um, it was cheese and pepperoni. You can just throw a couple of jalapenos on it, or banana peppers, or something, or peppercini peppers. And what I did do though is because by default they always put a peppercini in the box on the side, and no one, because no fourth, fifth, sixth grader wants those, I took them from every box and just put them and crumbled them up on my pizza. You know, as a little kid, people thought it was weird for them. No, it still holds up. It's still good. Their wings are way better than Domino's. Pizza Hut. This place used to be Garbaggio. It was horrible. I had their pizza recently. As long as their stuffed crust was pretty good. Their wings were horrible. I don't know what is it with pizza joints. They need to stop with wings. Besides Papa John's, those are pretty solid. But Pizza Hut, nah. I'm gonna give it a C tier. I'll give it a try again to maybe like lock in my decision a little bit better. But it's pretty solid. Out of all three, yeah, I would order Pizza Hut the last. But next, Polo Loco. I've never been here, but I've heard some great reviews about this place. I think that this is like located in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico. And I really would like to try it sometime because I've heard some great things. Popeyes. Now, we're coming up to some absolute incredible choices here. Popeyes has the best spicy chicken sandwich in the game, and it's not even close. They beat the life out of Chick-fil-A, or anywhere that you can name for a spicy chicken or a chicken sandwich. It's incredible. It is a revelation. This is S tier. Their fries are also incredibly great. They have kind of like a snap to them when you crunch into them, and it's really, really great. Yeah, it's first S tier for sure. Popeyes is fantastic. Again, you don't feel that great after you eat it. They also have some great apple turnovers. Their chicken fingers are great. Their honey mustard is fantastic. I highly recommend their honey mustard. Qdoba. Qdoba makes me sad. Not because it tastes bad, it tastes incredible, but Qdoba closed in our hometown for the longest time. And I don't know why. It opened whenever I was in 8th grade, and it felt like it was doing so well. 9th, 10th grade came. I guess the crash of '08. That wouldn't hurt necessarily businesses too much. I don't know, but there was something that took out like 4 of them in my area, and they all moved to, or not moved, but just went further south and north. So I'm close to Huntsville, Alabama, Atlanta, and Nashville. About 3 hours away from them. So because of that, I don't know. I haven't had it in so long, but I had it about 2 years ago, 3 years ago. And every single time I've gone there, burritos are better than any place on here. I mean, they're incredible. Their guac is fantastic. Their queso is out of this world. It's so sad they're not around here anymore. The closest one to me now is in Atlanta, I think. But no, it's just so good. It almost might. I wish I could just. I'm going to put it in S tier. Qdoba is that good. It is way better than Chipotle. Some restaurants aren't on here, like Salsaritas. Salsaritas, I would give a B tier because their guac is outstanding. Their queso is fantastic. Their quesadillas are great. I would give Salsaritas an A tier. I may need to give in a little bit more when my wife has to go there, because it actually is pretty great. I actually don't remember the price too much, and I imagine it's near Chipotle. Dos Bros, though, it's not on here. Dos Bros is probably D tier. And they're more expensive than all the rest. Than any other like salsaritas or chipotle. Dos Bros costs more than any of them, and it's not good. And there's a reason why I think in our mall, a mall near us opened and then was gone in like 6 months. It's just not worth the price when there are better options. But yeah. Quiznos I haven't been to in a long time, so, or I don't even know if I ever had one. Sbarro's, no. Now we're to my favorite restaurant on here, and it is Shake Shack. Incredible burgers. A steak and shake type of burger, but it's like 50 times the taste. I went to Disney last year with my family, and they had a mall that had one of these, and I've never been to one. I was so excited, so I got 2 of the, what's it called? There's a YouTube channel called Hot Ones, and they had a hot burger that they sponsored with the Hot Ones YouTube channel, and it was seasonal. And they said they used ghost pepper or something. I don't know if that's complete bull or not, but I don't think they did, or else I don't think I could have handled it. But it had enough heat, and I was able to enjoy enough flavor, and it was probably one of the best burgers I've ever had in my life. And then I just went back there 3 or 4 months ago, and I went there. Actually, no, I went there. I've been there twice just this year, because there's one in Atlanta, about an hour and 14 away from us, and that burger is now the spicy one. The Hot Ones burger is gone, but I get their regulars, and their fries are great. The milkshakes, again, I didn't have one, are fantastic, but no, Shake Shack to me will be an S tier. I know it sounds so odd putting Five Guys below it, but Five Guys it's the price holding it back. I wish I could put like gaps, like I could put it over here. I don't feel comfortable leaving Five Guys in A tier. I just can't do it to them. Their burgers are outstanding. Sonic is, okay, nothing redeemable is F tier, but I'm gonna put it in D. I mean, all their drinks are just sugary crap, and their food is just less than ideal. Actually, I put their food really close to Dairy Queen, but their ice cream doesn't save it. Their milkshakes and everything like that doesn't save it like Dairy Queen does. So I'm rating it below it. Starbucks. Starbucks. For their coffees, they're great. Their food is okay. Their panitas or paninis, their lunches, they're alright. I really do enjoy their coffee. Let's see. Sbarro, never been to. Subway. Eating fresh is like the biggest gaslighting lie of any restaurant. A new study came out about Subway, very interesting. Their bread is actually no longer bread. It's actually so close to a confectionery because there's so much sugar in it that it's closer to a cake than it is bread. And then everything about it is just walk in and that bread smells on your clothes for like a month. And there's just better sub options. Some of them aren't here. Like Firehouse Subs and Jersey Mike. Jersey Mike is S tier to me. Firehouse Subs is S tier to me. They're both incredible, but you go there for 2 different things. I go to Firehouse Subs for hot sandwiches, and I go to Firehouse Subs for cold ones. It's just my preference. But Subway is a D tier. It's just not good. But Taco Bell. Taco Bell will be probably the most contested one on this list. Taco Bell. Okay, Taco Bell is F tier. Okay, but I'm gonna put it in B because of the convenience, the cheap price. I ate there this week, but it's not good food. I feel like I'm hungry 45 minutes after eating it. It doesn't sustain me because it's not substance. It's plastic and sugar, basically, in their food, and hardly meat. But as far as I know, Taco Bell and Panera use the same manufacturer for their meats. So Panera and Taco Bell are close to the same ingredients, if that's not hard to believe. Wendy's. Oh, Wendy's. Their Baconator is incredible. The fries are pretty great when they actually decide to season them, if there's actually salt on them. What else? What else? What else? What else? The Frosties are mid now. Again, these Frosties, I don't know what is going on with them lately, but they are not the same. There is something wrong with either the ingredients, they're removing them to save money, removing an ingredient to save money, I don't know. But the consistency is almost like 20 to 30% slushy-like. I don't know how to explain it. It's just not the same smoothness as it used to be in like 2000. But it's just, I don't know. I'm gonna put it in B tier because I really do enjoy their burgers. Now, Whataburger. Whataburger is an interesting story. So I've had it one time, and that one time we had it was a terrible time to have it, and we shouldn't have done it. I don't really want to rate this because we had one of their burgers at 9:30 to 10 o'clock in the morning because we were crunched for time. There's not one near us, and we went to one in Destin, Florida, and we knew that we had a short time in Destin, so we wanted to try something that we knew we probably wouldn't have again, and it was a mistake. It was awful. It does not taste good at 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in not eaten, and I'm going to actually try it for dinner one day because there's one 50 minutes from me now. I think it just opened. So I'll try that. White Castle. White Castle. I had that about 10 years ago now. It was awesome. I like this. There's like a little spicy, I don't know, flavor to these. Better than Crystal, by far. I really liked them. I'm gonna put it in B tier, but these tortillas, I've never been there. I feel like this list is complete, but you know, there's just a few, like it's missing or something. I know I'm missing something. I know. What else? Cane's. Okay, yeah, we're missing a few. Cane's is kind of a chicken restaurant like Zaxby's for people who don't know, who are, you know, too far north in the South, because we're in Southern Tennessee. Cane's is awesome. Cane's chicken is fantastic. It's better than Zaxby's. And I will add this: the Zax sauce. Now, usually you compare restaurants that are close to the type of food it serves. Cane's is close enough to Zaxby's for us. So a lot of places that have Raising Cane's don't have Zaxby's, but they do have Raising Cane's. Some places have that, but it's few and far between. Raising Cane's has better chicken. Their sauce, which is close to Zax's sauce, is way better than Zax's sauce. The flaws: their sweet tea will rip your head off. I don't know how anyone drinks that sweet tea. And their lack of options. It is chicken fingers, and you can get chicken fingers, and I think the third or fourth option is chicken fingers. There's some sandwiches, there's nothing else. It's just chicken fingers. Now, that could have been just the one. I went to one on the way back from Destin in Mobile, Alabama. We actually went out of our way because I wanted to try it. And their chicken is worth it. Their chicken is definitely, I'm going to put this in A tier. So they have one or two good things. Their fries are pretty great, but that's about it. What else we got here? Firehouse Subs is, I was just talking about them, that is S tier subs. I mean, you name the sandwich there. I don't think there's a stinker among any of them. What else? What else? No, just good sandwiches. I mean, again, go there instead of Subway, please. CC's Pizza is gonna be a D. It doesn't hold up to me anymore. I don't like the crust. I don't like anything about this place. Again, it tasted better when I was a kid, but nah, just not a fan. What else? IHOP is good. I like their pancakes. Their burgers are okay. I'm gonna give that B tier. What else? Moe's. Moe's is gonna have to be a C or B. Their quesadilla is going to make me bump it up. Their quesadilla is going to make me bump it up to a B because it's pretty solid. What else? Cookout? No. Cordova is good. Steak and Shake. Oh wait, let me do these. Jersey Mike's is going to be S tier. I mean, they're incredible. Get the number 43, the giant, and it's like chipotle chicken. And you get extra peppers and cheese on it. Get yourself a soda with it, the bag of chips. And it's awesome. There's one about 20 minutes near me, and it's just fantastic food. What else? What else? Steak. Oh yeah, steak and shake. Steak and shake. Okay, I just had this 3 weeks ago, and before then I would put this almost near F tier. I want to bump it up to D. It is passable. Their shakes are great, but other than that, the burgers are mediocre. Their fries are okay. Actually, no, the fries are not good. I think their fries are the stringy fries. I can't stand stringy fries, like very thin fries. I'm more of like Five Guy fries or Popeyes fries that are thick, thick boys. But no, it's not that. It's not that great. What else we got here? Anything else that I'm missing? Why is Waffle House here? Okay, Waffle House is gonna be C. Yeah, I'd appreciate their all-star breakfast for the price that it's at. Their waffles are great. Chocolate chip waffles, fantastic. Burger Wendy's, Which Wish. I never went to Which Wish, but there is one kind of close to us. I need to try this place. But then Zaxby's, which was not on the last one. Zaxby's. This is gonna take a while. I think Zaxby's is the #1 most popular location in Tennessee to have chicken. Like in terms of like chicken restaurant, chicken fast food. Zaxby's actually I think beats Chick-fil-A. But I haven't really spoken about this a lot, but Zaxby's really depends on the location. The one near my house is trash. I kind of had one that made a spicy chicken sandwich about a month ago that was pretty decent from that location. But the ones closer to us, the bigger city, it's better. But there are so many other Zaxby's locations that are close to that one that are just trash. And so it really does depend on the location you go to the Zaxby's. I know that sounds all sorts of weird, but every single wings and things I get, it's not the same. It's just not. But let's see. I guess I'm gonna have to put it in B tier. Again, their Zax sauce is incredible. I like their salad. Their salads are okay. They're kind of wilted now though, lately. Like my wife used to get their Zaxby's salads all the time. She doesn't get them anymore. I used to too, for the longest time. But I don't know. What else? No, I guess that's it. I rated everything else. I think. See if there's any I'm missing. Feels like I'm missing so many. Maybe I'm not. Though. Why is Cheesecake Factory? Okay, what is this? Why is fast food tier list have Cheesecake Factory on it? Cheesecake Factory is gosh, I used to be obsessed with this restaurant. I thought it was great, but the calorie count there is insane. The price is ridiculous. The food is fantastic to me. I mean, I like it, but we haven't been in so long. Red Robin is, I'm going to go ahead and throw it in S tier. Their wings are great. They have an artichoke dip. That's fantastic. Their burgers are next level. Barbecue burgers, guacamole burgers. Fantastic. What else? Red Lobster is going to go in the rightful place of D tier. The only thing that saves this place is its cheddar biscuits of all things. They are a sensation. They're worth it. But there's nothing on there. I haven't gone there in 10 years, probably even longer. I don't wish to go there. Maybe I should give it a shot again, but nah. What else? Longhorn's on here. Longhorn is going to be an A tier. We go there quite often. Well, not as often as we used to, but I love getting their outlaw ribeye. Their appetizers are great. The service is fantastic. My wife gets the chicken Parmesan crusted chicken or something there, and it's awesome. I get their salads, they're great. We get their wings, or their buffalo bites, great. but it's A tier. Olive Garden is going to go into C. Because I am not the biggest fan of pasta anymore. This place, before it became a conglomerate, it used to become a chain. Maybe it always was, even when it first opened. But they hadn't existed that long when I was 9 or 10 when they first opened the one in my hometown. And it was incredible food. I felt like my parents took us there 3 times a month, maybe even more. That and Outback actually opened up around the same time for us. But Olive Garden was fantastic and incredible back then. And now it is so fast food. It might as well have a drive-through. I don't know why they haven't built a drive-through in Olive Garden because it feels like that atmosphere of food now. Their salads are great. They always will be. Their breadsticks are some of the best in the game, especially if you dip them in their Italian dressing. And their Italian dressing is of the same type. It's awesome. I actually have some downstairs in my fridge. I'm a big fan of it. But the rest of their food and their menu, I'm just not a fan anymore. It just lost the flavor, I guess. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Denny's, I haven't eaten that. Really, I can't give it a fair rating. Though there's one close to my house. Maybe I should try it. Culver's. Oh, Culver's. Culver's, you're going right where you belong. So Culver's is a restaurant, sort of like it's a burger joint, and they have custard and milkshakes and burgers and chicken tenders and stuff. And the chicken tenders there, as of my own wife has said, they're kind of mediocre. But she got a burger there recently and enjoyed it. I've eaten there about 5 times in the last year. There's one about 40 minutes from my house. It's great. It's fantastic. I highly recommend their burgers and their fries. Their custards are great. I had a bite of some of the custard my wife got, and it was really good. It's awesome, and I highly recommend it. And it's out of the way. There's really none close to anywhere where we live. Again, the one that's closest to me is like 45 minutes, maybe even 50. I don't know. But what else? What else? Anything else that I'm missing? Chili's is on here. Okay. Chili's. We went there 4 or 5 months ago, and it was good. We enjoyed it. It was reasonable in price. The service was great. Gosh, I can't believe this. I'm gonna give it A tier. It's kind of like a Tex-Mex style restaurant, and it probably is the first one that ever existed. But it used to be kind of garbage. But we had a good time, good food. It was solid. I'm gonna give it B. I'm not giving Chili's A. I'm gonna give it B tier. What else? What else? A lot of these I haven't been to. But yeah. Sorry I'm jumping around here. Found some of this stuff interesting. Well, I'm not rating chips. I don't have another hour to do that. What's that? What? What kind of thing? Oh my god, okay, wow. Meh, ew, disgusting. Why? Whatever are you doing? Oh, who created this? This is genius. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this might be the next one. Because look at these. Look at the flavors. Look what you would have to do. A lot of these I haven't tried. Probably over half this list. I'll do that on the next one. That looks like a lot of fun. Topping tier? That's weird. Fast food chicken sandwiches? Yeah, that one's already did that. See, look, that goes there. Why is it a question? It should just stay there. That should be like an automatic thing and it can be removed. Let's see. France? Why? Okay. Cereals in Mexico? That's cool. French fry tier list. Yeah, that's what's up. You can just throw a couple. Trash. Trash. Oh my gosh. And you know what? That is worse than these. Else. Culvers are awesome. I don't like crinkle cut. I wish these were salted more, but I'm gonna give them B. Burger King is garbage. Again, these aren't salted. These actually almost might be D tier if they salted them. Bojangles are great. They have really good fries. I'll give them B or C. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in C. Oh, what else? What else? Oh, that's a trash, obviously. Charlie's is good. There's Charlie's in our mall near us. I'm gonna give those B. Crystal is, oh, and Crystal's isn't here. Crystal's is going to be, let me go ahead and just rate them. I mean, I'm rating there's a picture of the fry, but let me rate them as a restaurant as well. They are, no, they're not. They are going to go in D. We haven't been there in years. Their quality has gone downhill. I will say what saves it from being trash is their chili pups. Their chili pups are still pretty good. Yeah. I mean, their fries are actually not good, but, you know. What else? Yeah. No. No. Mm. Mm. Tier list for, oh cool, you can do it for a lot of things. You do it for anime? Yep. Well, that's not a list. Come on. I'll do that one next time too. Interesting. Alright, now. Let me throw into COD real quick. See how we're doing. I haven't played this in a while, so.